Alright, what's up, guys? It's me, Josh. So, basically, what I wanted to do was, I wanted to summarize all the talks that we've done so far because I think they all relate to something similar, and that's why they're all like the most viewed. So, Ken Robinson started off with basically, his talk is about how schools kill creativity. And basically, what we're saying is, society has all these expectations and values, and they value, the math and science and this and that over, let's say, people who flourish more in the arts, who are more creative, who learn better that way. So that's kind of the gist of his talk. Then we watched Amy Cuddy and the body language talk, and that sort of talked about how more specific body positions, trick your brain into making you think you're more confident or less confident. So I think that also sort of had to do a little bit with creativity and comfort, being comfortable in a sense that when, personally at least, when I'm more confident not just in myself and my intellectual ability, but also my ability to be creative and my ability to, well, be creative. I don't really know another synonym for that. But yeah, my ability to be creative and passionate and enthusiastic and authentic. I find my ability to be enhanced when I'm more confident and feel good about myself. So the body language thing sort of ties into the idea of how, in fact, creativity is something that we should be supporting, right? So, as she said, like, if you're a CEO, yeah, you stand in these power poses and stuff like that, but, what exactly was it? I don't really remember. There's like something about, yeah, high testosterone and stuff like that. Like, I guess that really has there's no connection to that. Scratch that. I didn't say it. But yeah, going back to the thing, I think it relates because the body poses and the body positions makes one more confident, makes one more comfortable, makes one more enthusiastic and passionate, and I think all those things lead into creativity, and creativity is important because schools are trying to kill it, and that is not what society needs. Okay, then we watched Simon Sinek, and he said, "Why is Apple so innovative?" And essentially, golden circle, it's because Apple is why. They talk about why, and not what, how, then why. They go why, how, what. So this is a little tricky to tie together with the first two, but in a sense, what it's doing is it's saying why is the more creative aspect of a company. When a company says why they do something, it's not simple, cut and dry. So like when you say, what do you do? What do you make? Oh, I make computers and this is how I do it. That is a very intellectual answer, and that's fine. I mean, there's a time and place for that. But since we're trying to relate all these talks and figure out why are they so popular. Well, why has to do with creativity. And to answer the question of why, you have to be passionate about what you're doing, you have to be authentic, and you have to be able to be creative. Right? So if you're thinking in an intellectual mindset, you'll be able to come up with a decent ad and maybe decent reasons as to why you do it. But if you're in the mindset that is led more with passion and confidence and creativity, your why answer is going to be a lot more convincing, and it's going to be a lot more, people are going to be more attracted to it. So I think that's what Mr. Sinek was trying to say. Then we watched a couple of Brené Brown videos. And the first one was The Power of Vulnerability. And the biggest thing I got from that was society really inflates our ego. They want it to be strong. Society has norms and rules you have to follow, and this and that, and it, it makes your box super, super strong. But that's not what we need. What we need is vulnerability. And we need vulnerability because that's what reality needs. Society and reality to me are two different things, and I think that's a very important distinction to make. I think society is something that we have made. It's something that we are comfortable in. It's something that has rules and this and that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But society is so close-minded that when reality comes in, we're just not prepared. We're not prepared for what's actually going on, So that's what society's kind of done to us. So how does Brene Brown and vulnerability relate to the first three? Well, we figured out that why, the only way you can come up with a good why is being able to be confident in yourself. You have to be passionate and enthusiastic. And those things will lead to creativity. Now, for me, the only way I can be able to even be confident and passionate and enthusiastic and caring and all these things is to be vulnerable. So I think when you look at the steps of sort of how these relate, I think you start with why, and how can you get a good why? Well, you first have to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to show who you are and why you do what you do. You have to be comfortable around people and showing your emotions. No matter male, female, I don't care what you are, right? I think society's stupid in trying to teach men how to be strong and don't cry, no emotion. It's a bunch of bullshit. Oh. I said it. It's too late. It's a ton of crap. And I think it's ridiculous. So, the first step is to be vulnerable. You have to be comfortable with that. Then you have to be confident with your vulnerability. You have to be confident in yourself, and you have to believe in yourself. And you have to be passionate and enthusiastic about whatever you do. Then when you do that, creativity can grow from there. Then when you're creative and you have all these things building up, then you will know why you do what you do. And that is very appealing to people. Because a lot of people ask, why am I here? Why do I do this? Why do I do that? Well, you have to know yourself. And the only way to know yourself is to be vulnerable. So, she did do one more talk I know we watched. It was something about invulnerability. I don't really remember what happened to that. It kind of just looked at this talk just from a different angle, and it sort of had the same ideas from what I remember. But I think the big learning point to see is that people are attracted to how one person can be so confident and so quote unquote all-knowing. And they're not really all-knowing. They're just 1, vulnerable, 2, passionate and confident and enthusiastic, 3, creative, and 4, they know why they do what they do. So I think that's why these talks are so these talks are so popular. So, I hope that was useful. It might not be super clear as to what I'm saying, so if you have any questions, feel free to come and find me and maybe hopefully get a deeper understanding of what I'm trying to say. Sorry for swearing. I might be able to bleep that out. I just might not. And Mr. Squires, you probably just can't play that out loud in front of people. I'll make sure not to do that next time. Sweet. Thanks.